You can head on in, overboss. What's turned up so far is that she's got that Pip-Boy on her arm.
So, our new overboss is a vault dweller.
Or iced the vault dweller.
You can go.
Our new boss. You're going to want to talk to Mags.
Hey there.
Well, I suppose we all owe you for putting down Coulter.
Man was an idiot. Made us all look bad.
A clown stuck in his own little car. I guess we can take some solace in the fact that someone finally gave him what he deserved. I want to know, what did you feel as you did it? When you brought that walking pile of human garbage to his knees?
What were you discussing when I walked in?
Well, you, Overboss. You're an unknown quantity, and we're interested in knowing who we're dealing with.
So we'd like if you answered the question.
Yes. What went through you as you crushed the life out of that oaf?
Bored. Kinda like this conversation, now that you mention it.
Hey, you don't get to talk to Mags that way.
It's all right, William. Regardless, Gage's decree means that you're the new Overboss. I suppose we can only hope you work out better than the last one. I'm Mags. This is my brother, William.
Pleasure.
Along with our co-conspirator, Lizzie, we run this crew. Call ourselves the Operators. You'll come to understand soon enough that we are the only gang you should be backing around here. Because we're the only ones who see this place for what it is. A temple. A testament to the only thing that matters in this world.
Making money?
Exactly. Caps. This place was built for the sole purpose of taking caps out of the pockets of fools. We only joined Gage and Coulter's little menagerie in order to restore it to that goal, though by somewhat more cutthroat methods than I expect its founders intended.
Instead, Coulter had us sitting on our asses for the better part of a year while he lived large in his damn mountaintop.
And that means, if you're going to be in charge around here, we'd like some assurances that you intend to bring this place back to its true purpose. And that we're going to get back to robbing folks of their fucking money.
Right. And you want to explain to me why exactly I should be backing the Operators?
Because we dispense with the bullshit. My people aren't commanded by lunatic bloodlust or animal instincts. We are the only rational players around here, and would make valuable allies. So long as we know you intend to get this place back to bringing in caps.
So we want to know what your plan is.
I'm sorry. That sounds like a demand. I'm the overboss around here, and I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Of course, boss.
Whatever you say. So, you're welcome in the parlor whenever you like. Make yourself at home. And if you think you might be interested in running some jobs for us, you just come speak to me. But do take a little time to consider the kind of life we could all have if we put this place back to doing what it does best.
Should be a couple odd jobs available if you want to get your hands dirty. Talk to Mags.
Understanding the Operators ain't hard. We know how to live. The other gangs, well, dying is more their strong suit. We'd all considered putting a bullet in Coulter's back at some point. Suppose you just beat us to it.
Feel kind of bad for these traitors, having to wear the collars like that.
This place really makes me want a Nuka Cola.
Wow, wow, look who it is. Are you here to grace my humble market stand with your presence, oh great boss, sir?
Lose the attitude, or lose something a lot more valuable.
Sorry. I know you didn't ask for this. It's just hard not to be bitter, you know? We do all the work, then the gangs reap the rewards. Pretty sweet setup, at least for you. But I guess it doesn't really matter what I think, does it? As long as I'm wearing this collar, I'm no better than a slave.
Do you complain this much to everyone, or am I just being singled out here?
Well, it's not every day that one of us low-life traders get to have words with the high and mighty overboss. Maybe I didn't want to waste the opportunity to tell you how things really are around here. Now, if you need guns or ammo, I'm the one you talk to. And before you ask, yeah, everyone pays. Even you.
Sure. Let's take a look.
All right. Here to stock up or just making the rounds?
You might want to drop some of those things you're carrying.
Not looking for trouble. Just some good deals.
I'm telling you, that rifle is stolen.
Hey, boss.
Some raiders hit my farm.
Gotta admit, it was good to see Coulter go down.
You know what?
He scared the hell out of me.
Just forget.
Gave me nightmares.
What was he like?
In a word, violent. The other raiders might also tell you that he got a little too comfortable in the position. In any case, he wasn't someone whose bad side I ever wanted to be on. Just like I don't ever want to be on yours.
You don't know anything about me. I could be a lot worse than he was.
You're absolutely right, boss. I shouldn't have said that. Was stupid of me. So, what do you think? About running Nuka World, I mean. Figure it must be a pretty tough job, keeping all these raiders in line.
I don't really know what to expect.
Hey, that makes sense, boss. You haven't been here for very long, after all. Well, I'm sure you've got more important stuff to do than talk to me. Or were you here to pick something up?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Right away, boss.
The traders here are no better than slaves. Poor bastards.
Oh, hello, boss. Congratulations on taking out Coulter. I'm, sure you'll do great.
I'm still trying to figure out if I even want this gig.
That's understandable, but whether you want it or not, the job is yours. Sorry I'm so nervous. I didn't mean any disrespect, boss. I just don't know where I stand with you, and I don't want to end up pissing you off. That, and well, I'd be lying if I said we weren't all wondering how you plan to run the place. I mean, this is your show now. You can do anything you want. You can run Nuka World just like Coulter. Business as usual, or you could, well, you know, get rid of the raiders if you don't exactly agree with how they're running the place.
Well, I admit, I didn't like being roped into this job in the first place.
Then this might be your chance to make some changes around here. The gangs that call this place home are already at each other's throats. Now, you could risk your own neck and try to keep them from tearing each other apart, or you could do the right thing and put them in the ground. And when it's all said and done, you're still running this place from your fancy house on the mountain over there. Except now, you won't have to sleep with a gun under your pillow.
I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep it in mind.
It's your call, boss. If you're serious about this, then you'll have to take down the leaders of the gangs. That means putting a bullet into Nisha, Mason, Mags, and Mags's brother, William. Once you do that, the gangs will collapse and Nuka Town goes back to being a free trading post. I should, probably stop talking about this out here. Just keep what I said in mind. Anyway, I'm the closest thing to a doctor around here. I treat everyone, raider, trader, or traveler alike. Got some medical supplies too, if you're looking for those.
Doctor? How did you end up in this place?
Well, it's a bit of a story. I used to live at a settlement west of here. We got hit by Coulter and his gang back when he had one. It was a tough fight. We killed some of theirs, they killed some of ours. There were wounded on both sides, but nobody could get to them. I called out for a ceasefire on the condition that I'd see to their injuries as well as ours. Saved a few lives that day, including Coulter's. When he set up this place, he came back for me. Said if I came along, he'd make sure his guys wouldn't hit our settlement again. Now this place is my home. Anyway, anything I can do for you? Treatment or supplies?
Not today.
All right.
Sure, I'm here to trade. But I'm not letting my guard down for a second.
Looking to chill out or get fired up? Either way, I got what you need.
Don't worry about me. I'll stay in line.
The boss comes calling. What's your pleasure today?
What have you got?
The medicine you need to set yourself free. I've got chems of all kinds for you, boss. Just tell me what you need.
Gonna pass.
Whatever you want, boss.
You see that crazy robot dressed like a bottle?
Came a long way to see this place.
If you're wearing a collar, it's because you asked for it. Ain't no one's a slave that don't want to be.
I'd bring my kids here someday, if not for all these raiders.
The raiders keep talking about bloodworms. I hope I never find out what those are.
Hey there, boss. You really laid a beat down on Coulter. That was something. Guess that means his big plans for the park died with him.
Big plans, huh? Did that include getting killed in his own arena?
Well, of course not, boss. Back when Coulter first took over, he had big ideas. And he made some big promises. His plan was to get the power plant back online and light up the whole park, making it easier to conquer and safer for all of us. We could have done it too, but things changed. Slowed down. Coulter stopped pushing, stopped caring so much.
Sounds like he just got comfortable.
Not my place to say. But I've heard some of that talk in the gangs. Well, I'm just a trader, so I know my opinion doesn't count for anything. But I still think it's a good plan. Hell, I might even give those poor bastards out in Dry Rock Gulch a fighting chance.
What poor bastards are you talking about?
Back when the raiders took over, some of us, the traders who were here before, I mean, got away. Last I heard, those folks were holed up in Dry Rock Gulch. They're probably struggling. If they're alive at all. You think you'll follow through on Coulter's plan? Get the juice flowing again?
You seem pretty well informed about Coulter's plans.
Well, yeah. Coulter needed my input on getting the power plant running again. I'm sort of the unofficial chief handyman around here. Or as close as we've got to one. Guess you could say I've got a vested interest in the plan to get the power back on. Speaking of which, do you think you'll see it through? Coulter's plan, I mean?
Coulter had the right idea. I just might finish what he started.
I hope you do, boss. Truth is, I've dreamed about that day more than once. Not sure why, really. Maybe I've just grown attached to the place. What with all the work I've done on it. It sounds funny, I know, but I think Nuka World is something really special. I think she deserves to have her lights shine again. And just imagine, at night you'd see it for miles around. Folk would talk about it. They'd come from all over to shop in the market. That's a lot of caps for you and the gangs.
How long have you been here?
Been about 20 years now, I guess. For better or worse, Nuka World is my home. Gotta get back to work here. See you around, boss.
Just here to pick up some supplies, boss.
Weapons of all kinds, yours for a fair price.
If you can take something, it's yours. Can you talk to Mags or something? You said we ain't allowed to kill any of them, so...
Tell me, did you have to wait in a long line to see me?
No. I walked right up here.
Exactly. Most can handle their own shit without bothering me about it. Do you need help finding your place here?
No. No, I can handle it.
There's plenty of collars in the kennels if you can't. Now that I get a closer look at you, not sure I'm buying this new overboss thing.
As long as you care about yourself, you'll do what I tell you.
Ha! You might make it out of here alive after all. Name's Mason, the Pack's Alpha. This here's our side of town. You might be overboss, for now. But I'm the boss of the Pack, and it's gonna stay that way. Long as you don't go forgetting that, we're gonna be fine.
Your people aren't gonna cause me any problems, are they?
The Pack does what I tell them. You don't get in my way, they won't get in yours.
Let's work together, Mason. I'm not interested in ruining your gig.
If that ain't a lie, then things might end up all right between us. Look, it ain't like anyone's broke up about Coulter. Just figured on his replacement being, well, different. But Gage says you're the boss now, so you're the boss.
You don't want to be overboss.
If I thought the other gangs would go along, yeah, I'd run this place in a heartbeat. Might have to, if you turn out to be a turd. At least it ain't Mags Black, or that freak Nisha. Besides, you can't possibly be worse than Coulter.
Coulter was weak. Why'd you follow him at all?
Been wondering that ourselves. Don't get me wrong, Coulter was definitely overboss. Not a man to mess with. And things were good in the beginning. Real good. But that was a year ago. Then Coulter went soft. Wanted to take stock in what we achieved.
I'm listening.
Sure, this place beats living in the shitholes we had out there. But it ain't the palace of caps we signed up for. Ain't none of us happy. Not even the disciples. And they're normally a chipper bunch so long as they're drenched in blood. Things were going to hell fast, but Gage put the brakes on that. Got us together and promised he'd find someone to deal with Coulter.
So, what's the real story behind Gage and Coulter?
Hey, I only know what I've heard. Story is that Gage talked Coulter into becoming overboss. And he got you in here, didn't he? Maybe he likes people owing him. Maybe it lets him get things done without getting dirt on his hands. After Coulter went soft, Gage got us behind closed doors and promised he'd get someone to off Coulter. And you did just that. Might have been the whole point of the gauntlet all along.
I'm not Coulter, so that better not happen to me.
Yeah, sure, boss. I get it. I do. We're totally willing to give you a chance. We are. Look, let's cut to the chase. You gonna do right by the Pack? I hear you've been talking to the other gangs.
Be a good dog and do what you're told, or you'll be put down.
Oh there, boss. Nothing from my guys, all right? You got enough to worry about without a dominant struggle inside the Pack to deal with. You know what? I think we're not so different, me and you. I want you to have this. Consider it a token of our mutual understanding and respect. One last thing before I let you go. There's always work to do around here, keeping the zoo in order. If you're ever able to lend a hand, drop by. Loyalty's a two-way street.
Gage must have pulled a few strings if someone like you is in charge now.
We should run this place, not some little greenie Gage dragged in. We're giving him a second chance. Gage screws this up, he knows we'll skin him alive. So shut up and be patient. What about you, big guy? Nothing to say on the matter?
As long as she doesn't get in my way. Don't much care.
Yeah, figured as much. Both of you just get out of here. And make sure the others get the message.
Don't look like much to me. You want to talk? Talk to Nisha.
Hey.
So, you're Gage's little pet project.
Last I checked, I'm the overboss.
You survived the gauntlet, you killed Coulter, with Gage's help, of course. So sure, you're the overboss, but that title hasn't meant anything for a long time now. If Gage thinks that'll change overnight, he's dead wrong. Everyone knows we all wanted Coulter dead. Of course, if I had my way, it would have been a slow, painful process. But whatever. Let's get this meet and greet over with. I'm Nisha. I lead the Disciples. We've only got one rule around here, and that's keeping the peace of this alliance. Otherwise, the way we see it, this world stopped caring about rules the moment people started dropping bombs on one another.
What do you mean by keeping the peace?
It means do what you want, but don't get caught. The last thing I need is the operators in Pack breathing down my neck. We can take either of them one-on-one, but I don't like my odds when it comes to double duty. So keep the peace. It's the only rule we need.
I bet you guys are great at parties.
Side with us, you'll soon find out. Just don't slack off when it comes to actually doing your job. We got Coulter Nuka Town, and suddenly he forgot the big picture. We both know how that turned out. Although I could give him a little credit. He built the gauntlet, after all. Of course, it was total shit at first. No imagination. But we spiced it up a bit.
How many lives has this gauntlet claimed?
Who's counting? It's at least enough to keep the traders busy. We like to send them in to clean out the bodies whenever things get ripe in there. They don't always make it out alive, of course. The gauntlet never sleeps.
You call that a gauntlet? More like a cakewalk.
Do cakewalks end in death? Because if Gage hadn't helped your ass, you'd be dead right now. Let's just hope Gage is right about you. He made a lot of promises to get us here, and never followed through. So you better not screw this up, because I'm not about to tolerate another round of bullshit.
Are you questioning me? You're overboss?
Not questioning. Just curious. We were wrong about Coulter. We won't make the same mistake twice.
I'm gonna do things my way, whether you approve or not.
Oh yeah? I just have a few things for you to consider before you go off and do things your way. You see, the Disciples don't make empty threats. We make good on them. We aren't swayed by caps like those spoiled brats obsessed with their hair, or those savage animals who can't behave in public. Fuck this up, and I will kill you. Although, I admit I have even better plans for Gage. But, if you support us and keep your promises like a good little overboss, we back you. You get to live, and everybody wins.
I don't make promises, and you'll do what I say.
Looks like you're already a step above Coulter. I'll see how this plays out.
for now. But if you change your tune and decide to play nice, there's no shortage of work around here. So, if you're looking to prove you've got what it takes, you know where to find me.
Out an entire raider gang by herself, looking for facts and...
Make sure you don't leave anything useful behind.
Here's a little something which I know
You may run Nuka World, but this is Disciple territory. We're in charge here.
The master of storytelling to lay
I'm not sure what's worse, wearing a tie or wearing a teddy bear.
Sure, we carry guns, but knives are where it's at. It's not fun unless you're up close and personal.
Hey there.
They're gonna kill me.
Killing beats stealing any day. Nothing beats that rush.
Things are boring as hell since Nisha made us team up. I ain't no fan of playing nice